Welcome to Week 7 of EndZone. The East Webster Wolverines coming off a loss to Choctaw County, but they got a big boost tonight back to the lineup. And this guy, Kaiser Werner, was trying to ruin their day. The Tupelo Golden Wave coming off a win over West Point, hosting Madison Central, one of the best games in the state of the night. And the Starkville Yellow Jackets back home after 2 weeks on the road.
WCBI Sports EndZone Show with John Sokoloff and Grace Ibarra is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota, Fastnet, powered by Ford County, Scruggs Farm Lawn and Garden in Tupelo, nothing runs like a deer, and Clark Beverage Group.
Welcome into Week 7 of EndZone. John Sokoloff and Grace Ibarra hanging out with you late. I don't know why I folded the papers. I didn't want to look fancy or, studious. Yeah. Everyone knows what I am at this point. We had a lot of great games tonight, Grace. Our game of the week was East Webster and Hamilton. And we were talking about the Wolverines, the home team. You saw them against Calhoun City in one of probably their most impressive wins of the year.
One of the
what stood out?
Wettest games of the year.
Oh, that weather was awful. I felt bad. But you stuck it out. You were on the field.
I did.
You were, braving the elements. You're a
trooper.
You're a trooper.
Don't call me a hero.
No, we won't. We won't. Don't worry. We won't.
While I was there, Calhoun City was up.
Yeah.
And the thing that sticks out about East Webster to me is that they don't quit.
Yeah.
It's a team that does not quit at all. And even when they suffer their first loss of the season, I was really curious to see how they would respond this week after starting out undefeated. When you get punched in the mouth, are you going to come back with even more energy and even more power, or are you going to kind of stay down?
Right, and they had to host the team in Hamilton that has a star in Kaiser Werner who plays both ways. Star running back, star defensive back, linebacker. He does it all. How about we get out to the highlights?
WCBI's High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
Check out this Toyota Prius. Thank you so much to Carl Hogan Toyota for sponsoring us and for getting us to the game safely. Go get yourself a Prius from Carl Hogan Toyota, or get something else if it's not for you. All right, East Webster, Hamilton, first drive for the Wolverines. Flee, flicker.
Love it. You followed that ball so well.
Oh, thank you. Prentice Cork did as well. He caught it at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, that's probably more impressive. Sorry.
Next play.
No offense.
Yeah, it's all right.
D Bingham.
Finishing things off, man. Getting a very hard-earned 1 yard right there.
He's your red zone guy.
6-0 East Webster after a missed extra point.
Yeah,
that was Ron Price's response to it.
That.
Cooper Stidham, though, to Jerkel Ivy. Welcome back on the screen. He missed the whole season so far.
Too fast.
So fast. Missed the whole season. Plays on, DB and receiver, but tonight just receiver to ease his way in. But I think he looks pretty good.
Welcome
so check
back.
this out. Kaiser Werner looks like it's going to be a 5-yard loss.
Nope.
He says, "Get off me." All the way to the other side of the field. This kid is special. Every week we're talking about him. Massive gain there. He actually got hurt on this play. Did not play the rest of that drive, but it would return to the game later. And now the Lions defense on a 13-0 game, coming up with a big pick, Ian Nichols. But it was all East Webster, Grace, winning it 48-16.
Let's get out to Tupelo. They're starting division play. They're hosting Madison Central. QB for Madison Central keeps it. He's brought down by none other than Malachi Gillian. Ty Harden looking on at his pretty awesome defense, right? Two plays later, they hand it off to Glenn Singleton. He takes it
fast.
40 yards to the blue house.
You ain't catching him.
I guess it's a yellow house. The end zone's yellow.
You said it with enough confidence. I won't question
whatever. Tupelo doesn't score in these highlights, but I promise they score, and they score more than Madison Central. They score 28 points to Madison Central's 23, so Tupelo stays undefeated, and they get a much-needed district win.
How about Tupelo, man, after beating West Point, beating a great Madison Central team? All right, Germantown, Starkville. Starkville was on the road the last couple weeks. Now they are back home. Early on for Germantown, down 7-0. Jordan Shelton on the option keeper. He fumbles it. Jackets would recover. That jacket sting. All right. Starkville trying to answer on the turnover. Jay Ruffin on the QB keeper makes a man miss.
He is dangerous.
He is. Chris Jones knows it. Later on, it's Ruffin yet again. QB keeper finds room. You ain't catching him. 54 yards to the house.
Insane.
Top 5 nominee, if I say so myself.
He said, "You can't see me."
You can't. It was 35-0 at the half. They rolled past Germantown.
Yeah.
All right, Oxford over Horn Lake, 48-28. And how about we get out to Columbus?
Why don't we
Baron
do it?
Simpson trying to get his guys rolling here after a tough loss to New Hope last week. To Kyron Henderson, nice little 5-yard run here. And then again, this time finding Darius Swanigan, 15-yard touchdown. I don't think he was thinking about how his last name is pronounced
No, I'm
when
pretty
he
sure
was
he
scoring
knows
that.
But that
tough punt.
snap is not where it's supposed to be.
That's a very impressive recovery right
And
there.
it's a special teams touchdown for
Love it.
the Falcons.
You got one last week at Nanawoya. Columbus gets one for you right here.
That's huge for people that have Columbus defense in their fantasy starting lineup.
Speaking of which,
Huge.
big stuff play
I
right
thought
here.
about picking them up. I should have.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have. Callaway scored 50 points, but they won it down 50-36.
Maybe that was a good thing.
But hey, man, Baron Simpson's done a great job there at Columbus so far this season. All right, South Panola, Blank and Saltillo, 47-0. Grenada over Lake Cormorant, 27-21. West Point over Corinth, 42-7. Grace, you had a game Thursday night that was arguably game of the week.
You loved this game,
I
yeah.
did.
Pontotoc hosting New Hope on their homecoming. First quarter, Jeremiah Harkins gets the handoff. He cuts back across the field, finally dragged down by a host of Warriors after 24 yards, and then Tyrekus Brooks punches it in. Trojans up 7-0 early. Trojans back with the ball. Brooks surveys.
He has got a lot of time.
Fires over the middle, and with that time, Markavian Jones read that like a book.
Did you start Ponotoc's defense?
I didn't.
No? Okay.
I can't tell you who I started.
Well, it looks like a shootout, so it's probably good that you didn't.
They scored a field goal, and then here with the return and the ball, someone get on the ball.
You were the only one that noticed where it was at first.
Fortunately for Pontotoc, a Warrior jumped on it. And player of the game so far is Carter Vineyard for Pontotoc. He nails another field goal. Trojans back in the red zone. Harkins punches it in, extending New Hope's lead. Trojans win by a touchdown. They hang on to win 42-35. Game of, your second tier game of the week did not disappoint.
Yeah, and again, much like last game, hope you didn't start either of those defenses. I don't think you did. All right. Coming up next here on EndZone, Amory and Itawamba in a game that came down to the absolute wire. North Pontotoc Vikings and West Lowndes also fit that description as well. Meanwhile, Noxubee County and Camario Taylor, the Mississippi State commit, hosting Kemper County. All that and more coming up next. Thanks for staying up with us. Welcome back to EndZone. We've got Amory and Itawamba, Indians, Panthers, new field. I'm down. Grace, you down?
Let's do it.
Okay, Itawamba's defense here. Getting a big TFL. That's what the cool kids call a tackle for a loss. I think that's actually just what the stat is called.
That is what it is called on the score sheet.
Braden Moranto to Zay Spratt. I thought he was down on.
Nope.
How was he not down?
He landed on the defender. You can get up and run. Right?
Shout out to Anthony Jenkins. Yeah, I thought his elbow may have been
Shout
down,
out
but
to the refs for, I guess, seeing that real time.
big time.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
Braden Moranto.
He
the
spin moved.
He's so athletic.
It reminds me of the episode of The Office when Dwight's like, spin move.
Yeah, I think Braden Moranto's a little more athletic than
Coordinated
Rain
than
Wilson.
Dwight, yeah.
So is Manuel Randall. Big time rushing touchdown to tie the game up at 7, but this was all Clint Hoots and company getting it done 19-14.
How about it? North Pontotoc hosting West Lowndes, tied at 14 at the half. North Pontotoc on offense. QB keeps it,
Oh, nice move. 2,
takes it
3.
45 yards
Wow.
to the house.
That's got to be a nominee, don't you think?
Yeah, and then he holds off the defender there at the end, stiff arm. Insane. Get some push-ups in after that. Why
Of course,
not?
man. Hey,
Next
you got to
year-
get that core strength up, right?
West Lowndes handoff. Breaking a few tackles, and he is gone. They score 30-yard touchdown. This one was close, but in the end, it is North Pontotoc that comes out on top by 2. Those 2-point conversions loom large in the end.
They do. That's what the cool kids do as well. They go for 2.
They do. They call it TFL. They go for 2. A lot of snazzy things.
Yeah, of course. New Albany staying undefeated, beaten by
Yes.
Halia.
Amazing.
48-0. Louisville over Kosciuszko, 38-7. Not sure if we have a Houston Greenwood score.
I don't think we do.
I don't believe we do. All right, well, we'll try to get that before the end of the
That
program
just means we get
tonight.
to go out and see Camario Taylor and
Love
Noxubee
it.
County hosting Kemper County. Opening drive, Camario on the keeper, dodging
So impressive.
defenders. You cannot bring this guy down. The only reason he doesn't score a touchdown here is because he's forced out of bounds, but you're not going to drag him down. hands it off to Ladarian Mosley, capping off the drive. It is 7-0 Tigers early. Noxubee gets the ball right back after Kemper muffs the kickoff. Taylor fires. He's got his brother Jaden Taylor for 6. It is 13-0 Tigers. I love a brother-to-brother touchdown. I don't know about you. Taylor back with the ball. Hits Mosley on the check down. Picks up a nice chunk of yards, setting up this high-powered offense in the red zone. Camario keeps it, caps it off. No one is going to stop him. There's a reason MSU wants him at QB. Noxubee County wins it 39-26.
All right, how about we get out to Aberdeen and Choctaw County. KJ Cork here. It was 35-12 at this point. KJ Cork. There you go. Some cross-programming there. To Caleb Cunningham. You ever hear of this guy?
No.
Yeah, he's a 5-star committed to Alabama. He's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
42-12. Now Choctaw again. Chavez Sellers makes it 49-12. So now Caden Holiday for Aberdeen. I mean, at this point, just trying to get some good reps. I mean, Choctaw has a big lead at this point, and now Kobe Payne in at quarterback for the Bulldogs, looking for Gavin Pargo, and he finds him in the end zone.
That 49. Was a nice snag over the defender.
Yeah, they made it 49-18 at that point. Choctaw County wins it 56-38. Some more scores. So I actually just got a Houston-Greenwood final. Houston just won 47-28 over Greenwood.
Good to know.
We've got Eupora over JZ George, 54-14. Bruce and Hatley, another really tight game. Trojans end up getting it done at 37-25. Mantachi over Alcorn Central, 42-7. And Winona over Yazoo County, 36-14. Coming up, more Thursday nights, more rivalries. The Cross Creek rivalry, Nanawoya, Noxapater. I promise you, it did not disappoint. Dylan Johnson cooking East Union, but could the Urchins come back? And also Moorville and Nettleton. All that coming up.
Welcome back into EndZone. Boonville hosting the undefeated Belmont Cardinals. District action. Cardinals. QB Derek Alvarez sneaking it in. 6-0 Belmont. Then they get the 2-point conversion, so it is 8-0 Cards. After stopping Boonville, the Cardinals driving again. Alvarez punches it in. 2-point conversion, no good, so it is 14-0 Belmont. Blue Devils finally get something going. Jack Sandlin finds lucky number 13,
between
Akiri
3 guys.
Leslie. I know, insanity. Sandlin hands it off to Zion Nunn. Runs it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils. 14-7. They trail by 7. Waning moments of the half. Blue Devils try to tie it. That pass is picked off by Marino. He's doing it on both sides of the ball. But you know what? Boonville went into the locker room. They figured some stuff out. They come out and they take down Belmont by 1 point.
Big time dub. All right, Nettleton and Moorville. These are the Christmas colors, folks. The green and the red.
A couple months early.
What do you want for Christmas, Grace? You want a bobbled punt? Well, you got it. Nettleton does that.
How did you know?
It's a turnover.
I wrote that in my letter to Santa.
It's the thought that counts. I'm a thoughtful guy. What can I say? Greg Cruz scores this rushing touchdown to put Moorville up 7-0. So now Moorville on the punt again. How many special teams plays have we had tonight?
A lot.
Between the last couple of weeks. I mean, the snap's not great. The punt looks really good. And then just a muff punt. Brutal. Cedric Ford. So now Nettleton.
Ball security is job security.
Maybe not in high school as much as the NFL. Tyler Patterson gets a big rushing gain, and then he is pushed out of bounds. But then Moorville, the Troopers, they get the ball back. Will Carnathan scores the rushing touchdown. 14-0 Moorville. Grace wins this one 43-0.
John, you know what's better than the Red River rivalry?
What's that?
The Cross Creek rivalry.
I know some people that would agree.
Nanawoya hosting Noxapater early on. Noxapater, third down. Logan Sanborn back to pass. He finds Jatavius Riddle. 70 yards to the house. Tigers up 6-0. Nanawoya trying to find an answer. Bryson Bowler gets the handoff right side. He's got a huge gain. He is down inside Tiger territory for the first down. Later on, Isaiah Russi gets the ball up the middle, cuts back to the left side. He goes 27 yards, stretches it out, breaks the plane. That's a touchdown. 8-6 Warriors. Second quarter, Noxapater still down by 2. Jacavius Riddle up the middle. He's down to the 5-yard line. Later on, it's Riddle again. He gets it in. They score. 2-point conversion is good, so the Tigers take back the lead 14-8. And Noxapater comes out on top 22-20.
More Thursday night lights. Been waiting all day for Thursday night.
That's what Carrie says.
She was singing about Baldwin and East Union. Dylan Johnson, keeping it himself, getting by everybody. Somebody call Staples, because that was easy.
Oh my goodness, I haven't heard that in a minute.
Extra point was no good. 6-0 Baldwin. Johnson now throws it deep. It's caught by Marquez Davenport. 16-0 Bearcats. So later, they've got the ball again. Davenport on the run on the end around. Cuts back a bit, gets in. 23-0 Baldwin. With time winding down, the Urchins are like, all right, we got to light a spark somehow. Drew Holloman. Daniel Whitfield.
Man,
nice snag.
A dime.
23-7 at the half. It was respectable. Baldwin gets it done, though, 36-14. We got one more score for you in here. Water Valley over Biggersville, 63-20. And coming up next, we will take a look at some Academy games and some West Alabama, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back into EndZone. Heritage Academy hosting Magnolia Heights. Game tied at 21 at the half. Chiefs with the ball. Cole Prosek looking deep. Hits Braden Burford in stride. Touchdown, Magnolia Heights. They go up 28-21 out of the half. Chiefs back on offense, going for it on 4th down. Pass is nearly picked off, and I think some of these Pats players will tell you it was picked off, but the ball hits the ground there. But it doesn't matter, incomplete pass.
Looks like Julian Edelman in the Super Bowl in 2016.
Turnover on downs. Pats facing a 4th down now. Thompson Regibald looking, fires for the end zone. It is tipped, but Xavier Weber snags it for the touchdown. Pats tie it up at 28, but the Chiefs take the lead back to win it by a touchdown. It is 35-28 Magnolia Heights, the final. Big
time win. All right, how about we get out to Jackson Academy and Starkville Academy. We'll start in the second quarter. Jackson Academy up 14-7. Rhett Robinson drills a 38-yard field goal. And this one was actually all Jackson Academy. They ended up getting it done here, 38-13. More scores. Kirk Academy over Oak Hill, 44-12.
I tripped up on that one earlier. I don't know why that feels like a tongue twister.
I don't either. It's all right.
Calvin Academy winning big, though.
They did, 48-8. Big time win for them. Let's keep those scores going on in here. Winston Academy falling to Central Hines Academy, 39-27. And Winona Christian over Central Holmes Christian, 35-0. West Alabama, Grace?
Yeah, let's get out to Pickens County. They're hosting South Lamar. Starting South Lamar on offense. Landon Dean with a nice gain up the middle. No one can drag this guy down.
Man.
About 10 yards. And then Caleb Bale with another gain for the Stallions. South Lamar running back Landon Dean back with the ball, 25 yards. No one's going to stop him. I don't even know if anyone tried. I don't know if you can try. Touchdown, South Lamar. Pickens County on offense. Calvin Henry picking up a 15-yard gain on the ground. MJ Billups with the ball, but he's got nowhere to go. Pickens County South Lamar on offense. No, Pickens County on offense. South Lamar recovers the fumble there. It is Stallion ball. And
Stallion's cooking.
Did we have a final score for this one?
I do not believe that we did.
Yeah.
We might be able to find one before the show wraps up. Tuscaloosa Academy 6-0 hosting 2-4 Lamar County 2A Region 5. Game starting off quick here. Preston Lancaster finds Ellis Hameter in the end zone for 6 on the first drive. 7-0 Tuscaloosa Acad. Lamar County responds to the next possession. Westbrook hands it off to catcher Duncan on the rushing TD to tie the game here. Now Lamar driving, Westbrook dropping back, trying to find Jay Long, but the pass is intercepted by Russell Cole. Big pick. Now Tuscaloosa Academy in possession. Lancaster connects with Keno Rigo. 76-yard touchdown, putting the Knights on top, 14-7. Knights led 28-7 going into the half. They ended up winning this one 35-7.
I just found a final score from that game. It was Pickens County that won 28-12 over South Lamar.
Wow, okay. Big time win for the Tornadoes. Again, one of my favorite, if
Mascots.
not the favorite
No, you
mascot.
love the Urchins.
I like Urchins and Tornadoes. Those two are
And
definitely up there.
that was Gordo winning 42-12 over Vineland.
Yeah, but before we, talk a little bit more about the rest of the games tonight, how about we check out our speed play of the night, which was from East Webster. Look at this. Jerkel Ivy.
Welcome back.
Welcome back indeed. They gave him a little bit of open space, and, well, that was a mistake. And he is our Fastnet speed play of the night.
The Fastnet Speed Play, brought to you by Fastnet, powered by Ford County. Fast, affordable internet service from the people you know.
All right, Grace. Well, we had a lot of good games tonight. A lot of good candidates for team of the night. I think on my end, there's so many good options to go with here. I've got one that I'm leaning towards. There are other teams that got good wins, but I think I might have to go with East Webster. Just how they responded after the Choctaw County loss. The Wolverines getting a big piece back. They got a lot of momentum, only one loss on the season, so I think I would go with East Webster. You got anyone that kind of sticks out for you?
I think I'm going to go New Hope.
New Hope.
Maybe I'm biased. I was up at that game, but picking up a district win on the road after going 0-10 last season with a new head coach this year, their story is so incredibly impressive. Got to give it to them.
Yeah, definitely. And they already have their best win total in a couple of years because they're 5-1. Last year they didn't win any games. 2022 they won 4, and the year before 4 as well. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on EndZone. Have a great night and weekend, and we'll see you next week.
WCBI Sports EndZone Show with John Sokoloff, Cam Dyer, and Grace Ibarra is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota, Fastnet, powered by Ford County, and Clark Beverage Group.